Hi, I'm Nishanth Kottary. I work for Julia Computing and I'm working currently on JuliaBox. I'll be presenting what we did with JuliaBox in the past year and the new roadmap for the new JuliaBox. So last year we ported JuliaBox from AWS to Google Cloud Platform. This map shows the worldwide usage of JuliaBox in various cities. So the size of the circle is corresponding to the number of users. This graph shows the new users who join JuliaBox every month. So we released the new JuliaBox on April of last year, 2016. So that's this point. And it's been running since. This is monthly usage of JuliaBox. This is January of 2017. So you can see the cities which use JuliaBox the highest. This is February, March. These are some universities using JuliaBox. Okay, so the new JuliaBox is some of you might have used it in yesterday's workshop. It runs on top of JuliaRun.jl, which is also a product of Julia Computing. It will be demoed on Friday. So JuliaRun is our cloud abstraction to Kubernetes. So currently we're running the JuliaBox on Microsoft Azure, but JuliaRun runs on AWS and GCP also. So the new JuliaBox will, these are the features of what will be supported on new JuliaBox. So we'll have flexible storage alternatives. So the current JuliaBox has a limited hard disk space of 500 megabytes. So the new JuliaBox will have a network file system which will support higher disk space, and it can be mounted on your local computer, and you can make file transfers without having to use Google Drive or Git sync, and you can even have multiple disks. We are also going to expose the JuliaRun API in JuliaBox. So each user will be allocated some CPU and RAM and GPU. So depending on those resources, you can start jobs, Kubernetes jobs on JuliaBox. So the use of doing that is you can start parallel jobs and you can control how your jobs scale using JuliaRun APIs. And this will let you deploy apps on JuliaBox. So you will get a generated link for the apps you deployed, and this can be shared with other users. And the other new feature is using different package bundles. So the current JuliaBox has a single package bundle and a single Docker image for all users. So the new JuliaBox can have customized package bundles which the user gets to choose. And if you're using GPUs, setups and such, you will need your own binaries. So you'll have custom Docker images. So since JuliaRun is the backend for the new JuliaBox, the new JuliaBox will basically be a UI plus accounting platform. So the JuliaBox API will be exposed, and this is going to be used in Juno, from which you can execute your Juno scripts, your scripts written in Juno on JuliaBox. So that's all. Thank you.
So what are the GPU features? So how is that going?
So GPU we provide a GPU machine for each user. So what happens is you need to install drivers and things like that. So we pre-install those drivers, and we have a custom Docker image for such users, and we have custom package bundles which has GPU packages such as CUDA native and MXNet, TensorFlow, and yeah, so that's not on the current JuliaBox because none of those machines have GPUs on them. So that's coming up. Okay.
Do you think Nishanth again?
Okay.